will be responsible for doing is actually creating their own story and making an origami sculpture to give that story visual meaning. So students will create their own story, they will create their own visual example, and then they'll bring it to another group of students and tell the story and use the visual example that they've created to express the story. So you as the teacher are facilitating, kind of like what I'm doing now, to express how the students should make their manipulatives or their visual examples. So this brings not only Indigenous ways of knowing, but it also brings in the way of using art as expression. So when you do this with your students, you're going to actually need some different things for them to color on to make their paper sculptures, which is obviously this guy here. But I actually also tend to use just straight up white paper. But they'll actually need to color both sides of it because as it's something that they're making as a sculpture, it won't just be one-sided. So students will also need markers, obviously, and sometimes they'll actually need scissors, and a few students might even need glue. Now, the story that I have actually made up is about a little girl. So, one day, this little girl that lives right next door to me decided that she wasn't really sure that she knew what she wanted to be when she grew up. Now, she decided and told her mom one day that she wanted to be a pirate. So her mom said to her, "Well, little Lucy, I'll make you a pirate hat." So her mom came to her and she brought her a pirate hat, and Lucy played and played and played, and she had this pirate hat. And then she came inside one day and said, "Mom, I don't want to be a pirate anymore." And her mom said, "Well, Lucy, you know what you can do? You can take that pirate hat and you can make it into a fireman's hat." And Lucy said, "Mom, that's a brilliant idea. I could be a fireman when I grew up." And so she ran outside and she started to pretend that she was on a fireman's truck and putting out all the fires in the neighborhood. Now, Lucy again got bored and came inside and said to her mom, "Mom, I don't want to be a fireman anymore." And her mom said, "Now, Lucy, you can take that fireman's hat and you can turn it into something even better. You can turn it into a sailor's hat." But Lucy looked at her mom and said, "But Mom, if I'm a sailor, I need a boat, and I need somewhere to go." And so her mom took that hat, looked at Lucy straight in the eyes, and said, "Now, Lucy, you have a ship. Go sail away."